Subject Mathematics, Paper 2, Session October-November 2018, Variant 22. Time for paper is 2 hours 30 minutes. Electronic calculators are allowed. Question number 1. Kamal earned a total of 32,500 in 2017. He paid 9% of this amount into his pension. He paid 22% tax on the remainder of his earnings. Calculate the amount left after paying his pension and his tax. So if he is already paid 9%, that means he's left with 91%. So 91% of 32,500 is 29,575, and 29,575 of this amount he pays 22% tax. So when he paid 22%, he is left with 78% of the amount, which equals to 230,68.5. So 230,68.5 dollars. Kamal invested 1,200 in a saving account, paying 1.8% per year compound interest. He left the money in account for 5 years. Calculate the amount of money in the account at the end of 5 years, giving your answer correct to nearest cent. The amount equals price into 1 plus R by 100 part T. Amount invested is 1,200. 1 plus rate is 1.8, and for 5 years 1311.958. So at the end of 5 years he will have $1,311.96. To nearest cent, it is 2 decimal places, so 0.96. Kamal also invested some money in different saving accounts for 5 years. This account paid 2.1% per year simple interest. At the end of 5 years, there was $828.75 in the account. Calculate the amount of money he invested in his account. Simple interest formula is I equals PRT over 100. So this is the amount in his account. So amount equals interest plus the principal. So making that subject. So amount 828.75 minus the invested amount, that is principal. The rate is 2.1. Time is 5 years. So 828.75 minus P is equals to, solve this, and 0.105 P. Take this P on the other side. 828.75 is equals to, when you add 1 to it, it becomes 1.105 P. Divide by 1.105 and price is 750. So he invested 750, which turned to 828.75 after 5 years. D part. The exchange rate between dollars and pounds is this. The exchange rate between dollar and euros is this. Kamal has $275. He changes part of 275 into pounds and receives 79.2 pounds. He changes the remaining dollars into euros. Calculate the amount of money he received in euros. Okay, firstly, he changed few of the dollars into pounds. So let us pick up this exchange rate between dollars and pounds. So if he changed some dollars into pounds and he received 79.20, cross multiply, x is equals to 79.2 by 0.72. He must have changed $110. So if he changed $110, he is left with $165, which he then changed into euros. So the exchange rate between dollar and euro is this, and he changed 165 into euros. Y is equals to 1.1 times 165, and he got 181.5 euros. Question number 2. Lim grows tomatoes. The masses m grams of 200 of our tomatoes are recorded. The cumulative frequency table shows the results. On the grid, draw the cumulative frequency diagram to represent these results. So here we go. At 80 we have 0, on 100 this is 20, at 110 we have 48. 20 divided by 5 is 4, one of the boxes of 4 units. So 4 and 4, 48. At 120 we have 112. At 130 this is 158. At 140 we have 184. At 160 it is 200. So now draw a smooth curve. Trying my best to get so. Do that with a pencil only. Use your diagram to estimate the median. Okay, we have a total of 200. So median is 50% of the total, which is 100. So at a value of 100, we use our graph and see it hits this point. And this was 10 by 5, 2 each. So 118. 118 grams. Interquartile range. Interquartile range is upper quartile minus the lower quartile. Upper quartile is at 75%, lower quartile is at 25%. So 25% of 200 is 50, and 75% of 200 is 150. So at 50, this mid value here, and we have 112. So lower quartile is 112 and upper quartile at 150 is this. The fourth line is 128. (16) from my graph. C part. Ravi also grows tomatoes. The masses of 200 of his tomatoes are recorded. For Ravi's tomatoes, the median mass was 124 grams. Median 124, and the interquartile range of the masses was 12 grams. Make 2 comments comparing the masses of tomatoes by Lim with those grown by Ravi. So one of the comment we can make is median mass is 124. Previously the median mass was 118. So I can say his tomatoes are heavier. Ravi's tomatoes are heavier on average. And second comparison, if you see at the interquartile range, which is 12 grams, and previously it was 16 grams. So mass of Ravi's tomatoes are more consistent. There is a less spread. Complete the frequency table of masses of tomatoes grown by limb. So from 80 to 100 we have 20, then 28, then 64, and we can solve this by just looking at the cumulative frequency. So at 130 and at 120 we'll read the values. At 130 it is 158, at 120 it is 112. So you subtract these two, and 158, 112, we get 6, 4, 46. Now at 130 and 140, you subtract these two, 184 and 158, we get 26. Write down the model class. Looking at the frequency, the highest frequency is 64. So the model class is 110 is less than m is less than equal to 120. Calculate the estimate for mean of these tomatoes. So mean is summation fx over summation f. Whenever you have classes, use the middle value. 90 into middle value is 90 into 20, and do it for all of these, plus 105 into 28 plus 115 into 64 plus 125 into 46 plus 135 into 26 plus 150 into 16, and divided by the total frequency, which is already given in the question, that is 200, and it results as 118.8 grams. Question number 3, express as a single fraction in its simplest form. So when we take the LCM is y minus 1 into y plus 6, cross multiply 3 into y plus 6 minus 5 into y minus 1. You do not have to change the denominator. 3y plus 18 minus 5y plus 5 over y minus 1 into y plus 6. So 18 and 5 is 23 minus 2y divided by y minus 1 and y plus 6. 23 minus 2y over y minus 1, y plus 6. B part, simplify. So 2 into 12 is 24, and 8 3 times is 24. So 2v square minus 8v plus 3v minus 12, midterm breaking, and this is v square minus 4 square. 2v, v minus 4 plus 3 v minus 4. A square minus b square is a plus b times a minus b. 2v plus 3 times v minus 4 by v plus 4 times v minus 4, and we are left with 2v plus 3 by v plus 4. C part. Solve 3 into x square plus 3 is equals to 11x, showing your working, and give your answers to 3 significant figures. 3x square plus 9 is equals to 11x. 3x square minus 11x plus 9 is equals to 0. So up to 3 significant figures, let's go for the quadratic formula. Minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a, where a is 3, b is minus 11, and c is 9. minus b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac over 2a. With positive sign you get 2.43 and with negative sign you get 1.23 up to 3 significant figures. Question number 4. Amna drives 45 kilometers to work each day. One day she drives the first 25 kilometers at an average speed of 82. She takes 36 minutes to drive the remaining distance. Calculate her average speed in kilometers per hour for the whole journey. So the total distance is equals to speed into time. So speed is distance divided by time. And for kilometers per hour, distance is already in kilometers. And I should divide it with total time, total distance over total time. So time for the first part is distance divided by speed, which is 25 by 82. Already in kilometers, already in kilometer per hour. Time for second part is 36 minutes divided with 60. So you get it in hours. Use your calculator. If it gives answers in fraction, you're getting 18450 by 371 or approximately equal to 49.73. B part. Anna's journey home is 47 kilometers correct to the nearest kilometer. That means plus minus 0.5. One day her journey home takes 65 minutes correct to 5 minutes. That means plus minus 2.5. Calculate the upper bound of her average speed. So her average speed is total distance over total time. In order to calculate the upper bound, the numerator has to be more and numerator has to be less. So we are using upper bound of the distance, which is 47 plus 0.5, and lower bound for the time, which is 65 minus 2.5. And to give answer in kilometers per hour, we have to change this into hours. And we get 45.6. C part. The probability that Anna arrives at work on time, or early on any given day is 5 by 8. Calculate the probability that she is late on both Monday and Tuesday. So if she is on time, it is 5 by 8. If she is late, it is 3 by 8. So late on Monday is 3 by 8. Late on Tuesday is 3 by 8. Makes it 9 by 64. Question number 5. AC and BD are diameters. AC, BD are diameters of the circle center O. AC is 12, means radius is 6. AOB is 130. We might need this later, which is 50 degrees. Calculate the area of triangle AOB. AOB. Area of triangle is 1 by 2 AB. Sin C, this is the general formula. So 1 by 2, one of the side is 6, other side is 6. Angle between these two sides is 130 and 13.788, approximately equal to 13.8 centimeters square. Calculate the area of sector AOD. AOD, this complete sector area is equals to angle by 360 times pi r square. So angle is 50 by 360 times pi, radius is 6 squared. So approximately equal to 15.7 up to 3 significant figures. Calculate the percentage of area of the circle that is shaded. Okay. So now for the shaded area, we have two things. One of the area is already found, which is 13.8. So let's summarize this on the diagram. This area is 13.8. This is also 13.8. Before we proceed, we know that sine of 130 is equals to sine of 50. So even if you solve it separately, 1 by 2 into 6 into 6 into sine 50, you're still going to get the same answer, which is 13.8. So this area right here is also 13.8 and 13.8. We've already found the area of this complete sector, which is 15.7. So if we take away 15.7, we take away 13.8 from this, you should get the area of this remaining shaded part. So 15.7 minus 13.8, we got the area of this side, and if I multiply it with 2, I get these both, plus this shaded part is 13.8, and we have this again 2 times 2. Now this is the area of shaded part. Divide it with the area of complete circle in order to find the percentage. That is pi r square times 100. Use your calculators and you get this, approximately equal to 27.8%. Question number 6. There are fences of a piece of land next to a wall to make a vegetable garden. The garden is a rectangle with the wall as one side of the rectangle. The area of the garden is 18 square meters. The width of the garden is x meters. The total length of the fence required for the garden is y meters. Show that y is equals to 2x plus 18 by x. So if just we look at this, we have one of the side that is x, other side is also x, and the third side area is equals to length into breadth. Area is given, which is 18, length is unknown, and breadth is x. So 18 by x is the length plus 18 by x. So we get 2x plus 18 by x. B part, complete the table for the given equation. So we plug in 1 and you get 20. Plug in 2, you get 13. Plug in 9, you get 20 again. On the grid, draw the graph of 2x plus 18 by x for 1 is less than equal to x and less than equal to 9. So we have these values: 120, 213, x1, y is 20, x2, 13, 312, 4 12.5, 5 13.6, 4 12.5, 5 is 13.6, 6 is 15, and 7 is 16.6. 6 is 15, 7 is 16.6, 16.6, 18.3 and 20. 16, 17, 18.3 and 9, 20. Now we draw a smooth curve. Use pencil only. Use your graph to find the two possible widths of the garden if 14 meter of the fence is used. So if we use 14 meters, it cuts at 2 points, and the two possible lengths are this and this. So approximately equal to 1.8 and 5.3. The fencing cost $12 per meter. Find the minimum amount it will cost Zara to build the fence. So if we see, the minimum value is 12 meters. So if Zara makes a fence of 12 meters, it will cost her $240. Zara wants to spend no more than $350 on the fence. Find the greatest possible width of the garden Zara can make. So if she's spending $350, first we know that she can make a fence of 17.5 meters long. And to do so, this is 15, 16, 17 and 17.5. So at 17.5 we get one of the intersection at this point, the other intersection at this point. So the maximum length she can make is this, 2 blocks before, so that is 7.6 meters. Question number 7. Triangle A is drawn on the grid. Triangle A is drawn on the grid. The transformation P is represented by the matrix as shown. Triangle P maps triangle A onto B. By just looking at this matrix, if you have that practice, you can tell that it is an enlargement with scale factor -2. And if not, if you don't have that practice, just copy these coordinates, all three coordinates, x2, y1, x -3, y1 and x2, y3. Multiply both of these and you will get the resultant coordinates. Row into column. 2 into -2 into 2 is -4. Second is always 0. So -6 -4. Second part is 0 because of this 0. Now the first part is 0. Second is doubled and sign changed. So -2 -2 -6. You have these coordinates. One of the point is this. Other is this if you're strong at matrices. Transformation matrices. So you should know it is an enlargement of scale factor -2. x4 y -2. X -6 y -2. X -4 y -6. So this is your triangle B. Use pencil only on the grid. Draw and label triangle B. Done. Describe fully the single transformation P. As explained earlier, this is, now you can look at the image as well. It is an enlargement about the origin and scale factor is -2. How can you explain that further? During exam you can just join the corresponding points, any two, and it will intersect at the point of center of enlargement and by just looking at the diagram, you know that it has been doubled in size. Write down the ratio of area of 1 and 2. So when the triangles are similar, this is 1:2 and squared on both sides, L1 L2 whole square, making it 1:4. Transformation is Q is represented by matrix this. Q maps triangle B onto triangle C. Draw and label C. Now again, if transformation matrices are strong, I've already uploaded a video. So this was the general point, x1 y0. This was x0 y1. So after the result, I can see what x became 1 0. It stayed there, and y became x0 y minus 1, x0 y minus 1. So we can clearly see this point is not moving and this point is coming here. So it is a reflection in x-axis. So I can just reflect this part in x-axis and it reaches this new point from x-axis. This is 6 units away. So on the other side, this is C. Second thing is how you can do that. You already have these coordinates. Copy these coordinates and multiply with this matrix and you will get the new coordinates. Transformation Y is represented by this given matrix. Y maps triangle A onto D. Find the matrix that represents the transformation that maps D onto A. So which is inverse of this. A to D and D to A is inverse of this. 1 over determinant, this into this, minus this into this, into place change and sign change. 0 stays as it is. So this is 1/3 of 3001. Question number 8. The line 2y is equals to x plus 4 is drawn on the grid. On the grid, draw the line x plus y plus 2. So when we suppose x is 0, y is equals to minus 2. So 0 minus 2. And when we suppose y is 0, x is equals to minus 2. So 0 minus 2 and x 0, y minus 2 and x minus 2, y 0. So use your scale and pencil only to get this line done. There. The region R is represented by these three inequalities. 2y is greater than x plus 4. It is already given, and 2y is greater than, that means it lies above this line, and I'll mark this for myself. Then we have x plus y plus 2 is greater than 0. It lies again above this line. So it should satisfy all the equations, and y is less than equal to 2. So this is y is equals to 2. And if it is less than that, it means it lies below this line. So it should be below this line. Okay, this could be the region above these two lines. So the only region which satisfies all three inequalities is this shaded one. On the grid, shade and label are already done. B part. Line L is perpendicular to line 2y is equals to x plus 4. Line L passes through the point this. Show that the equation of the line is this. So we are actually finding the perpendicular to this which passes through this. So 2y is equals to x plus 4, making y the subject is x by 2 plus 4 by 2. So by looking at this equation, we can tell that the gradient is 1 by 2. So for the perpendicular line, m1 times m2 is equal to minus 1. First gradient is this, and we can get the second gradient, which is minus 2. Now we have the gradient and we have the point. Go for the equation. y is equals to mx plus c, y is 8, gradient is minus 2, x is 1 plus c. So 8 is equals to minus 2 plus c, 8 plus 2 is equals to c, c is equals to 10. Rewrite the equation, y is equals to mx plus c. So y is equals to gradient is minus 2 and c is plus 10. Always try to give your answer exactly as it is asked for, else both are correct. Use an algebraic method to find the coordinates of the point of intersection of these two lines. So algebraic method, that is simultaneous. 2y is equals to x plus 4, and we can substitute this y. 2 into 23 minus 2x is equals to x plus 4. 23 into 2 is 46 minus 4x is equals to x plus 4. 46 minus 4 equals 4x plus x. 42 is equals to 5x. X is equals to 42 by 5. X is equals to 8.4. And y is equals to 23 minus 2x. 23 minus 2 into 8.4. 23 minus 16.8 is 6.2. Question number 9, mensuration. The diagram shows a part of a rectangular horizontal base. Vertex F of the pyramid, this is the horizontal rectangular base. Vertex F of the pyramid is vertically above center E. AB is equals to 6.2. BC is equals to 4.3. The length of each sloping edge is 9.5. 1, 2, 3, 4 are all 9.5. Show that the height EF of the pyramid, correct to three significant figures, is 8.72. To find EF, I already have this 6.2 and 4.3. If we use these two, I can find AC. Using Pythagoras theorem, AC is equals to 6.2 square plus 4.3 square whole square root. So AC is 7.545. Now if we may use half of this to say EC. So EC is equals to 7.545 by 2 is 3.7725 centimeters. We have EC, we have FC, so we can find FE using Pythagoras theorem on this triangle. So EF is equals to 9.5 square minus this 3.7725 square. 9.5 squared minus 3.7725 square whole square root. You get 8.7188, which is approximately equal to 8.72. Calculate the volume of the pyramid. So volume of pyramid, general formula is 1 by 3 into base area times the height. So 1 by 3 base area is length into breadth, 6.2, 4.3, 6.2 into 4.3, and we're just done with the height, which is 8.72. Use your calculators to get the answer. 77.5 centimeter cube. Calculate AFB. Always extract the image to make it easier. AFB. Now this is A, this is F, this is B. If I need to calculate this angle, I know these two lengths, 9.5, 9.5 and 6.2. So I'm extracting this triangle out. AFB, 9.5 and 6.2. 6.2. We can use cost rule to find this. So general formula is a square is equals to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos of a. So when we start with 6.2, square is equals to square of other two sides minus 2 into 9.5 into 9.5 into cos of the opposite angle. So 6.2 square minus 9.5 square minus 9.5 square divided by 2 into 9.5 into 9.5 is equals to cos of f. So f is equals to cos inverse result of this is 7103 by 9025. You get 38.09, which is approximately equal to 13.38.1 up to 1 decimal place. Calculate the angle of elevation of F from the midpoint of AB. Elevation of F from midpoint of AB. So midpoint of AB is right here. And if we have to look at F, I need this length. We already have this height, which is 8.72, and this length is halfway of 4.3. So extract the triangle again. This is half of 4.3. This is 8.72 already. An angle of elevation for F. You can use tan x is equals to perpendicular over base. X is equals to tan inverse of 8.72 by 2.15, approximately equal to 76.1 degrees. Question number 10. The diagram shows two circles that touch at C. A, B, and C are points on small circle. Center X. C, D, E are points. C, D, E are points on larger circle. Center Y. A, X, C, Y, E. A, X, C, Y, E. And B, C, X. B, C, D are straight lines, and Y, D, E is X, Y, D, E is X. Prove that triangle BCX is similar to triangle, okay, BCX. We're talking about this triangle in blue, and the other triangle is DCY. DCY. So we have to prove these two are similar. Give a reason for each statement you make. Definitely we'll be working here just so I don't have to zoom out. Let me solve next to it. Now if we see that angle D on this side is equal to angle C, this right here, I say that angle D and angle C are equal. Why so? They are isosceles. In triangle DCY, first thing. Second, on the other side, angle C is equals to angle B. This angle C is equal to angle B. Again, same reason. Isosceles in triangle BCD. Why so? These two are radiuses. and these two were also radiuses. And when these two are equal, if I name it as small a, if I name this small a, this is also small a, these are vertically opposite, so small a, again small a, and we can clearly see that these two angles are equal. When you subtract these two from 180, you get 180 minus 2a. On the other hand, you again get 180 minus 2a. Before 2023, it was by angle, they are similar, but now you have to state all three. So by triple A, they are similar. We have just proved that all three angles are equal. Find in terms of x dcy. In terms of x dcy. So this is d, this is c, this is y. This is the diameter, this is angle subtended on the diameter, so it makes it 90 degrees. When you subtract x, this part is 90 minus x. As discussed earlier, these are isosceles, so it is 90 minus x. So dcy is 90 minus x. bxa. This is b, this is x, this is a. For this angle right here, we write this angle. This is vertically opposite. These two are radiuses. So this is again 90 minus x, isosceles triangle. So when you take away these two, you'll get this angle. And when you take away this again from 180, you'll get this. So ultimately, this angle right here is actually sum of these two. So it is 2 times 90 minus x. Given that BC is 3.5, CX is 3.2, BC is 3.5, and CX is 3.2. CD is 5.6. CD is 5.6. And we have to find AE. So this full length is basically AE. For that, I need to know what CY is. We've already proved that they are similar. So CY is similar to CX, and CD is similar to CB. CY similar to CX is similar to CD over CB. So plug in the values. CY over 3.2 is equals to 5.6, and CB is 3.5. Solving for CY, 5.6 over 3.5 times 3.2, we get 5.12. Now when you go back, CY is 5.12. So this is 5.12, 2 times, 2 radiuses. On the other side, 3.2 into 2. So 3.2 into 2 on left side plus 5.12 into 2 on the right side is 16.64. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Do not forget to subscribe.